Shalom Aleichem, everyone. We're continuing Hachsek's learning of the Pele Yoetz. Today is number 101, Erev Shabbos Kodesh, and we'll conclude the chapter on Bizayin, on disgrace. How much more so should a person be careful? Do they need to be careful? Not to embarrass and disgrace someone that they're obligated to give them kavod, to give them honor. Could go in avi ve'imo, like your father and your mother. Shaykh Steve, it says in the Torah, Oror makle avi ve'imo, cursed is the one who is makle, who hits and damages his father and his mother, or curses his father and mother. V'kosva poiskim, and the poiskim write, she'ava v'shamru, even though that it says, of shemochel al kvoida, kvoida mochel, if a father is willing to be meichel, they're willing to forgive their own honor and their glory, then his kvoida mochel, then you do not have to honor him. Hainu dafka kvoida, but says the paiskim, that's only his kavod, the honor that you're obligated to give to your father. Aval loy bizyonya, but you're not allowed to disgrace your parents, chas v'chalila. V'chaval al di mishtachin bonim sarim. Chaval, woe is to us that we find banim sarim, those kids that are turning away from keeping mitzvahs in the right way, or turning away from this mitzvah of honoring and not disgracing one's parents. They end up acting in ways that are tremendous disgrace to their father and their mothers. It causes the parents to have to gnash and grind their teeth. What a pain it is to a parent when their child is disgracing them and shaming them and embarrassing them. Woe to those children, to those sons, those daughters, to the day of judgment and the day of rebuke, when they will have to face the music because they spent their time in this world embarrassing and disgracing and shaming their parents. Someone who disgraces their rebbeim. Someone who disgraces a Talmid Chacham, Chayiv Nidu, he deserves to be excommunicated. And it says in the Gemara, what does it mean to embarrass and shame a Talmid Chacham? Those rabbis. You talk like that about Chachamim. You talk like that about Rabbonim. You speak like that about Chazal, about great tzaddikim in the generation. Those rabbis. That already is considered a disgrace. The kol shekin, all the more so medab aleim toyev. You slander against them. You speak badly about Talmid Chachamim. You speak lies about them and slander. What a terrible thing. How careful a person must be. When you want to write something that our holy Rabbonim of previous generations have said, we have to recognize how small we are compared to them. If you don't understand the words of Chazal, you must believe in complete faith. If you don't understand what that Gemara says, you don't understand what Chazal meant when they said this word, you don't understand, it's Chazal's fault? Are they empty in their words? Chalila v'chas. It's mimenu, it's from you. You are the one whose understanding is too warped and too small and too infinitesimal to understand the lofty words of Chazal. Don't get upset with Chazal. Understand with your humility, I can't understand everything that is said. I can't go down to the depth of their wisdom. There are great Rabbonim of the previous generations, Chazal included, of course. We're drinking from their waters. We live from their words. So you don't understand something? You don't understand the Chassam Sofer said such a word, and you don't understand the Chassam Sofer? Is that the Chassam Sofer's fault? He was a Malach Elokim, he was an angel of the Rebbeinu Shalom. Rabbi Akiva said this. You don't understand what Rabbi Akiva has to say? That's Rabbi Akiva's fault? No, we're too small to go down to the Seif Daitam, to go to the depth of the wisdom of Rabbi Akiva, and therefore what we're missing What we're lacking in understanding is on our end, and we have to be humble enough to be able to admit that and understand that. And really, we're living on their words, we're breathing and drinking up their Torah. Therefore, Yizar Ma'oid, be very careful. When you are writing against them, you have a question on a Rashi, on a Ramban, and you have the kasha, you want to ask something, you have to write with tremendous deference and honor. Like you are actually having a discussion and a judgment together with your Rebbe who's living here on this earth. You wouldn't speak with chutzpah. You wouldn't say, Rabbi, you know what you're talking about? You would speak with great, great honor, great, great respect. You have to think that the Baal Shemur, that this Tana, this Amora, this Rishon that you are contending with, it's as if he's standing right here, and therefore speak in a way that befits the proper honor. Recognize your place. You should be embarrassed and shamed, and you should be trembling. You're standing in front of the great leaders of previous generations when you're contending with them. You have to be careful from their coals. You should not get burned, because the words of the Chachamim of Chazal are like fiery coals, says the Mishnah in Pirkei Avos. Be very careful what you do, because you could end up getting consumed by their fires. Go and learn what is the getter, what is the boundary, so to speak, of bizayin, of disgrace. It says, don't go up the stairs, don't make stairs going up to my mizbech, my altar, because if you do, you're going to take steps, and your legs will stretch wide, and then your erva, your private parts, will be revealed to the mizbeach. Is that what we're worrying about? If the Torah is so makbid, so particular about the honor of the stones of the mizbeach, they themselves don't see, and they themselves can't hold anything against anyone. A little bit of your legs is going to be revealed when you're walking upstairs. And that's what we're worried about. How careful we must be in front of our father, mother, Rabbi, and that a person has to make sure you should never sit in front of them in a way that's not honorable. And it's known, it's brought down in the Gemara and the Shulchan Aruch that on the night of Pesach, when everybody's leaning as they drink and as they eat the matzah in front of your father, it was hard for us to be matzah, to permit us, because how could you lean like this? It's not a cover to go away to sit in front of your father, and yet we allow it. However, that's only the father. Rabbi, when it comes to sitting in front of your Rebbe, you want to lean to the left while you're drinking. On the night of Pesach, you cannot lean. If you're sitting next to your Rebbe at the Seder table, you drink like this. You go like this. We're not allowed to lean. You do a Maisa, Yeshu, it's known, the Maisa with Yoshke. The Rabbi recognized that he was a mamzer. Ubar Nida, he was the son that came from a relation that his mother and father had when she was in Nida. He used to take these steps in front of his teachers. He treated them with a very disgraceful way. He didn't give them the proper honor. The Salmon b'nei Rabba, like a student should be in front of his Rebbe. Like it says in Chazal. Yishma chacham v'yecherad. A chacham, a wise man, should listen. Hopefully, we're all wise enough to understand, and we should be with fear. V'yilah, face and tremble. V'yizar ma'oy b'choy kol, be very particular with honoring every person. U'b'yoyser, and even more so b'chod mi shechai b'chvoidai, with the one that you're obligated to give honor to. U'bezeh kavod chacham yichol, and then you will inherit the honor of the wise. V'nichtayv oid mizeh be'erech kavod be'erech meira. The other chapters about covet, about honor, about more the fear, the awe you should have. Like we do, we will review it when we get over there. Says the Pele Yoetz in this Bizayin, be so careful. Mavazi your father, Mavazi your mother, Mavazi Talmid Chachamim, Rabbonim, Chazal, Rishonim, Achronim, Mavazi them. Says the Pele Yoetz, you're putting yourself in a bad place. And oy lahem liyoyim hadin miyoyim ateichecha, on the day of judgment and the day of rebuke, when a person will leave this world after 120, what are they going to answer for all of the bizyonis that they gave to such wonderful people in their lives? Rahman al-Itzlan lo aleinu. May we give the proper honor, the proper kavod to others, to everyone, especially to those that deserve it the most. The Torah obligates us to be mechabed, to honor them. Let's not let one trace of bizayon enter in to our relation with our parents, with our Rabbeim, and with the holy words of Chazal HaKadoshim. All the best.